It was never personal.
What's going on, guys? My name's Caffrey. In today's video, I wanted to go over some of the things that I hope Treyarch delivers in their next title in 2024, rumored to be called Call of Duty Black Ops Gulf War. Now, it's no secret, I'm a huge Treyarch fanboy. I think they make the best Call of Duty games, especially when it comes to the 6v6 core experience. If you're a big Treyarch fan, let me know in the comment section down below what is your favorite Treyarch title. Now, first on my list, we've got the traditional minimap. I can't believe I still have to explain and ask for this, but the classic minimap improves the gameplay in so many ways, and it keeps players moving and gives silencers an actual purpose in the game. Up next, another basic feature that we've all been asking for, the Dead Silence perk. Now, I'm sure we're all sick of talking about Dead Silence, but it's one of those things in the Call of Duty formula that just works. Quieter footsteps further promotes movement around the map, which is what makes an arcade shooter fun. Up next, the Pick 10 system instead of the Gunsmith system. This may be a hot take, but I think the Pick 10 system is far superior for game balance compared to the Gunsmith. The Pick 10 system strikes the perfect balance of customization without overwhelming the player with too many options like the weapon tuning system in Modern Warfare 2, which in my opinion is completely overboard. Especially for a game that claims to market towards casual players, the Pick 10 system is by far more simplified and streamlined than the Gunsmith, and it really forces you to make some trade-offs, but also allows you to tailor your loadout to your specific playstyle. And it also doesn't lock your perks behind a timer, Modern Warfare 2. Next, I hope we have no tactical sprint or mounting. Now, I know Treyarch games don't typically have these features, but I bring it up because rumor has it that Treyarch is developing their next title on the Infinity Ward engine and not their engine. This may sound counterintuitive, but I think tac sprint actually slows down the pace of the game and punishes players from moving around the map. Because if you do get caught sprinting, the sprint out time is often longer than the time to kill, so by the time that you get your gun up and you're ready to shoot, you're already dead. And mounting is yet another mechanic that just slows down the pace of the game and rewards campers while punishing people for moving. Next, I'd like to see a longer time to kill like Black Ops 4 and Cold War. A longer time to kill is better for the game in so many ways. It creates an environment where players feel like they can move around the map without the fear of getting caught off guard and instantly dying. And it also creates some outplay potential for high skill players to turn on someone and still win the gunfight. And your engagements feel like actual gunfights, where you have to actually stay on target for a little bit longer instead of just spraying down an enemy and landing a few bullets and still getting the kill. The second way a longer time to kill improves the game is that it creates the opportunity for Treyarch to have a much more diverse approach in how they balance weapons. With a longer time to kill, each weapon can kind of have its own niche in the game compared to a short time to kill where every weapon feels like it's just a delete button. Next, I'd like to see them bring their classic Treyarch map design. Colorful, simple maps that flow well. Now, I would like to say I hope that we have a bit more variety than just the basic 3-lane style maps, but I'd also like to put an emphasis on no doors and no safe spaces for people to hide, and I really hope they bring a lot of new original maps to the game instead of just overwhelming us with remakes. I really enjoy remakes, but I feel like Call of Duty has really been filling out their games with remade maps just a little bit too much. Next, we've got Combined Arms. I'd like to see them bring a 2.0 version of this game mode in Black Ops Gulf War. I think this game mode really struck the perfect balance between big team modes like Ground War and the classic 6v6 experience. If this game mode does return, I think it'd be a really cool idea to play it on locations from the Battle Royale map that presumably will launch alongside this game. Up next, this one might be a little bit nitpicky, but I hope we don't have shotguns as secondaries. In a game with a longer time to kill, shotguns are always tough to balance, and I feel like for them to be useful, they need to be kind of strong. That being the case, I think it makes the most sense for shotguns to be in the primary weapon slot instead of everybody running around with a very lethal shotgun in their back pocket. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, the Pick 10 system could really solve a lot of this, because if you want to sacrifice perks or attachments to use two primary weapons, that choice is always available. I would also like to see dual wield pistols completely removed. I know they can be fun at times, but in Black Ops Cold War, every dual wield pistol is insanely strong up close and very frustrating to deal with. In a game with a longer time to kill, having a secondary that can kill you just as fast as a sniper with almost zero skill is very frustrating. Next, I hope we get a proper streak system. One of the biggest criticisms of Black Ops Cold War is the streak system. When your score doesn't reset upon death, this leads to almost everybody getting kill streaks and calling them in towards the end of the game. Most people, myself included, would be much happier with a return to a classic streak system, and I think letting the players choose between a kill streak or a score streak system would be the best solution here. Next, I want to talk about mastery camos. Now, Black Ops Cold War had a mastery camo for both multiplayer and zombies, so I would love to see that return, but I'd like to see them take it a step further in 2024 and bring back something similar to what we had in Black Ops 4 with reactive mastery camos. For example, the diamond camo would change colors based on how many kills you got, and the dark matter camo would grow spikes and also change colors. I also think it would be a really cool idea if they did secret mastery cosmetics where you could earn a skin, a calling card, and even a camo for completing 100% of the challenges in the game, but I don't have the highest hopes for that. Up next, let's talk about zombies. I know this one is a given, but I would like to see the return of round-based zombies and a continuation of the story where we left off in Black Ops Cold War. I would also love to see them expand on a few things they did really well in Cold War. The skill tree system was awesome and it really gave some replay value to the game, and I would like to see them improve on the crafting system as well. Being able to gather salvage and spend it on equipment is a really cool idea, but the problem is being able to buy get out of jail free cards like a chopper gunner made the game just a little bit too easy. Now, this next one might be a little bit controversial, but I actually really enjoyed Outbreak Zombies and I hope it returns in the next game. I hope they expand on the concept of Outbreak Zombies, and instead of having it limited to one section of the map and teleporting to new locations, I think it'd be a really cool idea to play Outbreak on the full Battle Royale map and have to complete objectives to get to different regions in the map. I would also like to see the return of Transit, where they first tried a more open world zombie style game mode, but this time without the limitation of old hardware. I'd be really curious to see how a map like Transit would play if Treyarch could expand upon it and fully flesh out the idea of that map in a game mode like Outbreak. While I'm not the biggest fan of DMZ, I think having a zombies extraction mode would be amazing, especially if it was challenging and had worthwhile rewards like unique weapon blueprints. The idea of being dropped into a zombies infested map where we have to complete objectives, retrieve items, and extract safely would be a ton of fun and a great spin on the current DMZ mode. And that brings me to my final point in this video that I hope makes it in 2024. I would love to see a Blackout 2.0. If I could only pick one thing from my entire wish list to come true, it would be the return of Blackout. This is absolutely my favorite battle royale experience, and I would love to see them bring back so many of the gameplay features that made this game so much fun. No buy stations, no contracts, no loadout, proper loot systems, and manual healing. Now, some of you may not know this, but Blackout 2.0 was already in development and was almost finished, but ended up getting canned for Verdansk 84. If they brought back Blackout with a few of the improvements like ping systems and being able to bring your teammates back, I might never play another game. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you. Let me know in the comment section down below what's on your wish list for Call of Duty 2024. Drop a like on the video. Consider subscribing for more first-person shooter content. As always, have a good morning. My name's Caffrey, and I'll see you in the next video.